everyone, good morning. It's Wendy with You Can't Yell at That Girl for Thursdays at 11. My weekly conversation with you about whatever's on my mind, mostly regarding communication and positivity and all those things that really try to help you make some shifts in your life and mine towards empowerment and creating beautiful new techniques to communicate with anyone. Because there's always a way to communicate. Always. So last week, I did not have a conversation with you. I was given the opportunity to spend some time in one of my most favorite places, again, and truly immerse myself in the 4-day experience called Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within. If any of you have ever had an opportunity to do that, oh my gosh, what an experience. And for it to be virtual and the way that it was, I was truly impressed with how interactive it was. And wow, there was some breakthroughs. And of course, after you come off an event like that, you're feeling a little, whoa! And then suddenly it hits and you're kind of like, whoa. And yeah, anyways, sound like the turtles in Finding Nemo. Whoa. And then I was like, dude. Anyways, yes, I just watched that yesterday with my granddaughter. But before we get too much farther, don't forget to subscribe. Hit a like button, head on over to my Facebook page and show some love there as well. Every Monday I do my Monday musing where I just talk about what's on my mind that day, and that's a Facebook Live. And it's kind of a fun way for me to stay interactive with all you guys. So the last couple of days, today especially, I have been feeling some imposter syndrome. And I know I have the background, I know I have the skills, I have the paperwork and the degree to prove it, and the experience doing all of these things, but oh my gosh, today's been rough with that. I woke up and did my morning, let's get up and I'm going to make the choice to make today great, and all of that stuff. So I did it, but I was still struggling a little bit. And of course, as I've mentioned before, I've got a great group of girlfriends and friends who always seem to know when to reach out and say, hey, you got this, girl. I've got some important meetings today too that I really want to make sure I land these opportunities. But you know what? It's kind of a freak thing. So what is imposter syndrome exactly? So I'm going to read it really quick and tell you what it is. Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. Many question whether they're deserving of the accolades. So, yeah, I'm feeling that today. I really am. I know I've got this. I mean, my heart is telling me this, but my mind is sure getting in the way these last couple of days. Again, the whole, okay, now what do I do after that? 4 days of intense, energy and diving deep and getting into that. You walk away and you're like, yeah, I got this. And they go, wait, I don't know what to do anymore. It's really a phenomenon. I know a lot of people look at it as some people have asked if it's a mental disorder, and I've seen that asked before, and it's not. It is just one of those things that you feel when you're having one of those days where you are experiencing low self-esteem or a sense of failure associated with whatever's going on in your world. We all do it. It's a normal thing. It's not something that even high-achieving people do it. Everybody does it. We all kind of go, wait, do I really know what I know? We really do. So how do we stop it? There's so many ways to stop it. And of course, I'm going to fall back on my favorite thing is the positive self-talk. So how do you stop? Seriously, break the silence. Talk to somebody about it, which I've done today a couple of times. Let my kids know, and a couple of my best friends know, and you break the silence. Here's what I'm feeling. And is it seeking validation? No, it's not. It is simply your step in your space saying, okay, wait a minute here. I need to hear it from somebody else. And that sounds like validation, but sometimes you really truly need somebody to say, hey, you got this, you're fine. The other thing is too, and I've said this before, what's the story you're telling yourself? Is the story you're telling yourself true? So separate the feeling from fact. So my feelings, I'm looking at my resume and I'm looking at my stuff on my walls, or the things that I've done and the things that I'm working on right now. the fact is so far beyond the imposter syndrome that it's ridiculous. But at the same time, those feelings are still there. It's it's crazy, and it's again, it's normal. So separate the feeling from the fact. Again, ask yourself: is the story I'm telling myself true? Is there proof to this? Is this really what's going on? And then recognize when you should feel fraudulent. There are times that we step into spaces where we really don't know what the hell we're talking about, but we're going to pretend like we do. And is that fraudulent? No. Is that a true belief in yourself? Absolutely. And you should run with that. Accentuate the positive. Always accentuate the positive. There's so many different ways that you can make this happen. And that's the I am, and I've got this, and make you move, and you know what? And just remember who you are and where you came from. And where you came from does not ever dictate where you're going, but where you came from is where you got your strength and your drive and your motivation. Remember that. Remember that. That could be where you came from, is where you never want to go back to. So that's your drive to get to where you're going. Accentuate the positive. You're here. You've made it this far. You've survived another day. You woke up this morning, and it's a beautiful blessing. And yesterday does not define today, ever. So another way is to develop a healthy response to failure and mistake making. Holy shit, have I failed? Yes. Have I made mistakes? More than I want to count, and I probably would spend too long talking about those. There's a meme going around or something that says, if you take a shot for every mistake you made in your life, the ones you remember, well, I could do that, but I'd be dead from alcohol poisoning if I did that. So, no, we won't do that. But what I'm trying to say is, don't deny the mistakes and the failures that you've had in your life. Acknowledge them, love them. I hear you, I love you, I forgive you, and then let it go. Let it go, let it go. Write the rules, not write R-I-G-H-T. Write the rules, meaning you're looking at the rules that you think and you're making them right for yourself. If this is about you, this isn't about what they want or he wants or she wants or the kid want or boss want. This is about you and what you know to be true for yourself. Develop a new script. What are you talking about? So again, change your story, change your habit, but write the script. You're in charge of it. You totally are. You totally are. And then visualize success. It's always about visualization. A lot of people look at that and go, oh, that's just, foo-foo, woo-woo, whatever. It's not. It is so not. Visualize your success. Visualize you standing on that TED Talk stage. Visualize yourself standing in front of a corporate group training, if that's what you want to do. That's what I want to do. Visualize yourself signing that $1 million deal or that sponsorship or landing that big job that you want or landing the deal. Or maybe even visualize yourself and getting out of that shit job you hate and you step into your own power and you create the job you want that you've defined on your own terms. That is not imposter syndrome. That is you visualizing yourself at the very best you can be. And so while I'm listening to myself saying this, I'm like, all right, Wendy, you know what's going on. You know how to do this. And I will fix it. I will fix it. But so I really wanted to just talk about that a little bit today because I knew that if I did, I would get myself out of this funk too. And it's been a unique little funky morning for a variety of reasons. But talking about this stuff can be hard for me sometimes. And I still haven't even gotten into the vulnerability stuff and things that are driving me and why I want to do this. That's some deep shit. And I'm not ready to ugly cry in front of you yet, but I will be soon. Anyways, imposter syndrome. It's normal. We all do it. We all get it. But guess what? That is a story you're telling yourself, and that story is not true. You're amazing. You've got this. You're a magnificent human being, and you can do whatever the hell you put your mind to. I promise you that. So, hopefully, that gives you kind of a short but brief deep dive into imposter syndrome. It is not something where you're going crazy. It is not you faking it till you making it. You know what you know, and you can do it. You can do it. You can, and you will. So, that's it. Thursdays at 11. That's a short and brief conversation today. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe and head over to Facebook and Instagram and shoot me a like. But I would really love the subscriptions here too. Feel free to share this as you can. And if you have any feedback, please shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear it. Go make it a great day. Make good choices. Remember, you're not an imposter. You are absolutely brilliant at everything you do. You really are. So take that and run with it. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. I'll see you next week at 11 on Thursday.